This video we look at photographic rusty batteries and I get my hair done. Welcome back guys to me, Thrifty-tronics. Okay, so the first thing, we're at the Pickering store, and yeah, Kodak Extralite. I used one of these in its heyday. It's a 1980s film camera with a rusty battery. It's not worth a lot, as you can see at the moment, today's monies, but yeah, wow, bit of nostalgia here for me, guys. Using one of these in the I took photographs on Ascension Island when the Falklands War was on, and yeah, I used one of these almost every day, taking pictures of all my friends and stuff while we were working out there. Quite the robust camera, to be honest. Really good. Just takes a couple of batteries and you just throw your film in. And remember them days where you used to just drop your film off and then keep your fingers crossed and hoped you had a few pictures that actually came out good. So here we have a JVC Boombox. They want $10 for this. I was surprised at the resale price on this that someone was asking. $89. And that's out of stock, so it may have sold if it's out of stock. But yeah, quite a pricey little boombox. I'm not, probably from the 90s. Got a CD player on it. Oh, it comes with a tape, this one. But it has a CD player on it, cassette player, radio, antennas in good condition. One of the things we need to check out is the battery tray. So let's have a look in the battery tray. Oh yeah, nice, good condition. No rusted batteries in there. A lot of these boomboxes, people don't actually put batteries in anyway. They usually just plug them in. But there's no cable for this one or the one we'll look at behind it, the Sony. And this Sony has a really weird looking cable. So you think this would be worth more. They've priced it more, $12.99. Got a little, a really round buttons. Usually they're square. Nice slow eject, always like a good slow eject. Got a graphic equalizer. Looking at the dust on top of that, I'm sure that will be scratchy. Volume, and what is that? Space sound. So you can get space sound on this. I have no idea what space sound is. Anyone know what space sound means? Might be similar to loudness. You notice there as well, it has a CD line in. That's pretty cool. This is the W305, like a smaller boombox. Decent antenna as well. I would say late 80s, early 90s again. Someone asking $26 for one of these. And again, let's look in the, oh, that's mint. Battery tray is perfect. Mondo. Usually hard to get these battery trays back on with just one hand. But yeah, look at the power cable. That's a weird power cable. You've got to have the right cable for this. You can't just put one of them, just a regular cable in it. These are pretty frequent in the thrift stores where I am. These are like a more modern, these are like, you can buy these today. More modern record players. This one has a Bluetooth adapter, so maybe you can play something off your phone through it. I don't think it's one of those that you can record onto tape or record onto a DVD or something, but with it having Bluetooth, pretty cool though that you can play your phone music through it. I quite like that idea. And then I found this. Now, at first glance, this looks like a clock, a Yorkx clock, selling for 29 bucks. online. But yeah, it has a bit of a secret behind it. The speakers are at the back. You want $16 for this. One of the buttons is missing in the middle. That's a bit annoying. That'll be really difficult to get hold of, I think. Yeah, and you don't even press a button for eject. You have to pull the cassette out. I haven't seen that in years. I've only seen that really on cheap shoebox cassette players, where you just lift it up, pull your cassette out, push it in. But look at this, guys, on the back. This is pretty cool. You fold out your speakers and get true stereo sound. It's really a clock radio cassette. You couldn't call it a boombox, but yeah, I like that. That's it's just got such a modern feel to it for like an 80s, 90s thing. There's a battery in it. That's most likely for the clock backup, not for it running. What do you think? Did you buy it? 16 bucks? It just looks really weird, doesn't it? They put a lot of effort in making one of these, in making the speakers fold out, and I really don't understand why they would bother doing that, to be honest. But you know, maybe they sold, maybe they didn't. This is the first time I'm ever seen one, so there probably wasn't that many of them around. It is really cool though. Let's put it on the... Let's plug it in and have a look. Yep, well, we've got the clock working, as you can see. There is actually a brightness for the clock on the right side, so you can brighten it up or dim it. I'll show you that in a minute. It's there just on this side. Go bright or dim. So now it's on the brightness. We have clock controls to the left, to the right of the clock, and the cassette player doesn't seem to want to work at first, the cassette. But what I'll try and do is just wiggle a few knobs. This thing's pretty dusty. Just wiggle a few things around and see if we can find the right setting for it. Don't worry, I do eventually get some sound out of it. Just bear with me. Yeah, keep wiggling it. I should have brought some deoxin with me. I could just squirt some of these things and fix them up while I'm there. Still no... Oh, I think we might, yep. I think we've got some of there. I think it's just started to kick in. So let's throw a cassette in. We can get it the right way around. No. Other way around. It's not the most bestest tape player, that's for sure. It's not going to make your hi-fi top 10. If we can get the cassette in right. Come on. Fast forward, play. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's absolutely crying out for some spray, this one. It's absolutely full of dust. I do like it in a weird sort of way. I think it's just the speakers that fold out, but I think I would just get bored of that after a few hours. As you can see, the clock's brighter now. All the numbers seem to work really well. We get the stereo sound. It's a novelty, that's for sure. A talking point. I'll give it that. What do you guys think? Will this go home with you? It's $16 though, with tax. It's like nearly 18 bucks. Nearly, you know, not much change out of $20. I've got sound out of it though. I'm sure as a novelty item, it's pretty cool. but as something that you're going to use, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think so. I'll try and get the radio to work. Some of that. I see the little, got the little green light there for accurate tuning. To tune properly, we get the green light for go for tuning. Yeah, cool. Going back on the shelf though, it's not coming home. Here's a JVC receiver. It's not really anything I'm interested in. These black ones for 16 bucks though, that's so cheap. I just sold one for, well, it was an early 80s Zenith for 85 bucks. But yeah, these are, yeah, you see a lot of these in the thrift stores. The black ones, the black fronted ones anyway. And now I'll stop off at the hairdressers and get my hair done. Whose mum or grandma had one of these? Come on, admit it. Who had one of these hair dryers? I showed it my wife and she's like, oh my god, my mum had one of them. $119. Wow. No way, it's not worth that. You just use a Dyson hairdryer now. Got all the speeds and the heats. I guess it's a specialized hairdryer for those special hair days. I don't have special hair for this, so I might have to leave that here. And they're asking $35 anyway.